Hello and welcome back to session 77 of our Pathfinder Second Edition campaign. How's everyone doing?
Thank you.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah, very
Good
good.
to
Thank you. Yeah, so let's just get straight into it, shall we? So last we left off, the party were defending the city of Lenora, half of whom were defending the gatehouse, and the other half were doing an incursion into Darren Kydis's forward battle camp. Where they spotted Darren Kydis and the Scion of Neruzatar scrying on the battlefield before Darren Kydis headed off with his Kirax army and his guard. As Darren Kydis left, Cyan and Tenera decided that their time to strike was now, and to save the Padrin and Alora, they made their way into the tent in which they were being kept, setting off a kind of trap which kind of blocked them in, but you managed to disintegrate the wall and break your way out and go invisible. And through a lot of chaos, you managed to call in Arakin, who helped you escape, along with the Padrin and Alora. So flying back, so as you flew back, the other group, Cascus, Calcifer and Henning went to the first fallback point, where they learnt from Cadell that Prince Helthisius's last resort plan was to put the charge of the destruction of the dam in Larandon's hands. And Cadell told you that if the dam was to break, those who are residing in the Undercity, hopefully wanting to survive, would be drowned by the flowing of water. Which, although the prince and his army would be safe, unfortunately, anyone else caught outside the Palace of the Prophet would be washed into the sea or drowned. So Cadell basically said, I'm not going to let that happen. You can come with me if you want. I'm going to go kill Loranda and make sure that doesn't happen.
I don't think he ever said kill Lorandon.
Well, he said, I'm going to stop
It was
Loranda.
certainly implied.
I think we would have been a lot more like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, you know Cadell though. He would have killed Loranda if that was the only thing.
Yeah.
So deciding to go with Cadell, I think partially as like a let's just make sure that Cadell isn't either doing something dodgy or isn't going to go start killing people. Henning and Calcifer made their way to the dam. Scratching himself, which is very distracting. So yeah, Henning and Calcifer made their way to the dam along with Cadell and confronted Lorandon, who said that yes, he's not entirely so happy with the prince's orders, but he will do what the prince asks, and if that means defending the city, he would do so. And he tied the survival of the dam to his life through some arcane amulet. And as you were speaking to him, you noticed a number of Kirax flying towards the dam. Perhaps they know the same as you do. One of the Kirax riders being Darren Kydis, the general and the leader of the whole rebellion. The war could end here, as he started to attack you and the other soldiers on the bridge. So first of all, let's go off to the camp that still has someone left behind, if you remember. So Cascus, you have been. Do you want to just describe what you've been doing in the camp?
Yeah, I mean,
just like the broadest aspect.
sure. So he basically recognizing the slight the futility when he saw the hundreds of Kirax riders and noting the fact that a lot of people are going to die here. He wanted to basically get a bit of revenge, so he went to the camp, which relatively had been deserted, given everyone kind of flown off to the city. And his plan was just to basically torch most of it, or as much as he could.
Yeah.
Cause mischief, and also try and steal anything he could of value if there was important tents and things.
So in your kind of fit of rage slash focus at trying to get as much damage back as possible, you fought valiantly. The guards that remained obviously ended up surrounding you, and this is where we're at the moment. So you, having been beaten down, you are faced with the Scion of Neruzatar before you, who is saying, Surrender. Or die.
Cascus looks at him and goes, "Why are you even on these people's side? They're causing untold destruction, and you're just as culpable."
My lord sent me here on a mission. That mission is beyond your understanding.
Is this the same Scion? Or a different
This is the Scion. Yeah, this is the Scion Naruto you met in the thing. He's obviously wounded, extremely hurt. You've got a number of guards surrounding you who are sort of aiming arrows, aiming ballista at you. The last of your flames are starting to peter out. If you want to go down in a blaze of glory, you could probably get a shot off against him.
Yeah, I mean, I think I might do a repelling pulse, like a big repelling pulse, because I can like push people back and maybe escape in the there's a chance.
Okay. What do they need to do for that?
It's DC 31 reflex save.
Okay, I'll
Got
just
one
do it.
spell slot left for this level, so last chance. So 46.
The Scion of Naruto. What's your DC? You got a 37 on that.
That's a 31 is the DC. So
Okay,
they
so
37's a pass.
that's a success. So he takes half damage, though, does he? Is it a base?
Success is half damage. Failure is full damage, pushed away 10 feet. Critical failure is double damage, pushed away 20 feet and not prone.
Okay, so seeing the flames wrapping around you, before he can rush up and finish you off, a blast of fire shoots out and a pillar of smoke shoots into the air as the dust is shot up. You see the Scion of Naruto flung back into the camp, sort of landing amidst the tents, which are all starting to catch on fire. The guards and the guards of the camp, shield their eyes as the sort of blaze of fire sort of overwhelms them, and you hear this strange arcane buzz in the air, something you've never heard before. As just above you, in the as the air is wavering, a number of dark shapes begin to open up. I need you to do a reflex saving throw.
Okay.
A number of dark arcane
do it
shapes.
private.
Do it privately.
Private GM roll reflex.
Okay.
Did that work?
Yeah. So the as the guards fire their final volley out at you, you do take a bit of damage, which is enough to knock you out.
Okay.
As you start to lose consciousness, you see these dark shapes above, a flash of blue light sort of peeking through the flames, and you see a number of shapes and shadows kind of just dancing around you as you lose consciousness. All right.
The shape, as in like shapes of dark, like.
Well, you're not quite sure what it is. You just see something land next to you. You hear shouting, and you hear a language which you haven't heard before. As all these dark shapes in the sky just appear above you. All right. Okay. So we'll get back to the rest of the group. So meanwhile, we're into the fight. So the Kiraxes are flying around. This Kirax is going to fly over here and is going to attack this squadron. Natural 20, so that is a crit. It slashes into them. A number of the guards falls and die. Oh, another natural 20. Holy shit.
Jesus.
That's 16 damage. Yeah, a number of the guards get scattered by the Kirax, and that's it for them. Alright, these guards are going to start rushing up. That's 2 actions. And then this Kirax needs to do a reflex save as they fire their arrows. And that is a success, so they take half damage. So the Kirax takes half damage. Right, this Kirax is going to walk up and is going to attack you, Henning.
Oh, yeah, I'm invisible.
You're invisible. Okay, it's going to attack Loranda. That's a miss. The second attack. That's also a miss. Lorandon frantically dodging the blows of the Kirax. Okay, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. He says.
Take it all back.
This Kirax is going to lash out at the squad below. 24 and 23, that's 2 hits. 13 and 6 damage. This Kirax is going to fly over and slash at Arakin. Chances of hitting is very, very low. Yep, that's a miss. And second attack is a miss as well. This Kirax is going to fly over. Oh no, actually, he's just going to attack this squad. Using their spiked tail as well as part of their attacks. That's 2 hits. It's 9 damage and 5 damage. And this squad is going to lower halberds. So the Kirax and this Kaidos Knight need to make reflex saves. (28 and 26). So it hits the Kirax. Oh no, that's 2 successes. Sorry. So they take half damage. Half and half. Yeah, Lorandon seeing this is going to step. And he's going to just try and get away from these people. He's just going to run across here with the last 2 actions. So he's going to push through the crowd and get around the other side. All right, Arakin, facing down Darren Kaidos, he says, "You! 8 centuries have passed. I will have my revenge." He's going to fly. And he's going to land here. He's got reach, so he's going to attack with his adamantine jaws and his adamantine claw. And that's 2 crits. Alright, Darren Kaidos takes a big hit on that. That's 38 and 22. Alright, this knight is going to... did you stealth, Henning, when you turned invisible?
No, it's invisibility.
Yeah, but... Okay, he's going to seek, then.
I mean, the last you would have saw of Hennings, he just pooped out of existence.
He knows, he has an idea of what you've done. So 39 on that, he has an idea. He's going to come over here, and then he needs to make a flat check to see if he can hit you. So that needs to be a 10, and he got 2. So even though he knows where you are, he rushes over and just misses your spot completely. This one is going to attack you, Calcifer, with his greatsword.
Okay.
That's a 26.
That's a critical miss.
Okay, and then a 24 to hit Hank.
That is a miss.
Okay, he's going to try and hit Hank again. That's a natural 20 for a 34.
That is a hit.
Not a crit.
Not a crit. Well, it is a crit because it's a natural 20.
Oh, it's a crit because it's a natural 20. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, 34 wouldn't be a crit, but...
All right, that's
would be.
52 damage on Hank.
Oh. I'm going to shield block plus Glimpse of Redemption that. And that is going to reduce that by 20... Oh. It's going to reduce it by 29. It keeps dragging the camera over there.
Sorry.
It's going to reduce by 29. You say it was 54?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's down to 25. And that'll go to the shield as well.
All right, that's it.
Okay,
Henning, it's your turn.
And that knight is enfeebled too.
Okay, cool. Oh, he's already enfeebled too. That's fine. Let's just keep it like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, Henning.
I am going to cast into time. So I will put that there. There's a 15-foot cone in front of me. So it'd be this Kirax and this soldier. So they need to make a fortitude saving throw. Both of them.
These two, yeah?
Yeah.
Like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Fortitude saving throw.
Yeah.
That is a 34 on the knight and 20 on the Kirax.
Okay, so the Kirax has failed. So yeah, they go. I don't know if you want to read that, but they go. Basically, they disappear and then they'll reappear at the end of my turn, and then they'll take the damage at the end of it.
Okay.
I believe as well, so. A creature that falls in time disappears until the end of your turn and then reappears in the same space it left. So it needs to go poof.
Okay. Can you roll damage, please?
Yes.
So the knight is going to take half damage.
It's on a. Oh, yeah, no, it does take that. It's still. Oh, they still need to go poof as well then.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
Kirax takes full damage and the knight takes half.
okay, and then Henning's going to use the opportunity while they're not there. Can I use my movement to move to here?
Yeah.
Oh no, to here, yeah, to here,
Do you want to go there or there?
to here, to here. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. And then yeah, there you go. That's the end of my turn, so they'll poof back again.
All right, and then they appear back, taking a whole bunch of damage. The knight seems confused for a moment. For a moment, I didn't exist.
The Kirax is also sickened one.
Okay. Sickened one, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, sorry, this Kirax is actually on the ground, so... Sickened one. I'm not actually sure what that does.
I think it gives them this. I think it's to do with ability checks.
I think it's similar to Fear. It's just status penalty to basically everything.
Yeah, but you can't. You have to retch to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And they can't willingly ingest anything.
All right, Cadell is going to attack Darren Kaidos. Gets a natural 1. Which is nice. Darren Kaidos gets a natural 2 on the second attack. Okay, he's just going to do a third
So
attack.
is Cadell invisible?
Yeah, Cadell's invisible.
And the guy at the bottom is Lorandon.
Yeah.
This guy. Okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
All right, Cadell fluffs all 3 hits against the Vampire Lord. This knight is going to pull out with an action his longbow. I'm going to fire at you, Hinera. You're going to have a +2 because you got half cover. To your AC. That is a 36 to hit. It hits, yeah.
Mhm.
That is 16 damage. No reloads, he's going to fire again. A 33 to hit.
Is that that with the -5?
That's with the -5, yeah.
And then it's +2.
To your AC, yeah.
33.
33
Yeah,
still
that
hits.
does hit.
Okay. That is 26 damage. And then he's just going to... He's going to move up. This knight is going to seek. $23 does not find where Cadell is. He's going to seek again. 32. Okay, he knows where Cadell is. He's gonna, and then he's going to move up, and that's his turn. He's just that's 3 actions. Hynira. You see Cyan being spoken to by Darren Kaidas.
Yeah.
The sword of a Tauren in Cyan's hand sort of turns off as he sort of just starts to turn at you, clearly possessed.
Yeah. Did he? I was gonna ask, did he fail or crit fail?
He just failed normally.
Okay, that's right then. Okay, question. What? Are we on a different plane? But I cannot just from the conversation we had with the Lion of Naruzatar before, he seemed to think we were on a different plane.
It probably counts as a different plane.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna cast Banishment on Kaidas.
Okay.
See if it works. Can you make a will save, please?
Sure.
I think it's a bit of an out there move.
Incapacitation.
Yeah.
What level spell is that?
5.
Okay. He's going to be 1 step ahead of that then.
Oh. Oh,
Is he-
can I? Oh, I don't want to do it then.
Well, you didn't know what level he was before you did it, so.
Well, oh, alright.
All right, I'll let you if you don't want to do it.
Did you not realise it was incapacitation?
No, because it doesn't stay on,
It's got a tag.
Yeah, but the tags they don't show. And for some reason, all the other tags do, but the incapacitation one, you have to click, like, extra details. Okay, thank you. I would not like to do that. I'll go back to what I was really going to do.
Okay.
And that I'm going to cast Roaring Applause. So please continue, make a save.
Roaring
Another
Applause.
will save.
Is that a spell?
Yeah.
To be fair, I think we could have guessed he was over level 10.
I know, I thought it was the same.
Yeah, yeah.
I just got incapacitation wrong, because
That's
I thought
fine.
it was to do with my level, not the spell.
What save does he need to do? It will.
Will save.
He is going to use his second legend point on that.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
That's a 43.
Okay, that's a critical success.
Okay.
But it was a level 3 spell, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, that seems
solid.
worth. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, the sort of arcane magic of fate seems to weave around Darren Kaida, similarly as it does to you.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna move. Is this Kyrax? So his Kyrax is the paranoid one,
Yeah.
and this Kyrax is still mad,
Uh,
angry.
Yeah, it
Doesn't
seems
like
to be.
us. Hostile. Thank you. That's the word. Okay, so I can't really go that way. I think I'm just gonna get away from the edge. I would quite like to move, but that's okay. Just gonna hide sort of behind these people. There we go. That's my turn. Thank you.
Okay, Calcifer.
Okay, so I'd like to raise my new lance, point it at Darren Kaidas,
Okay.
and channel a 7th level casting of Holy Light.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to use a legend point.
Here comes.
Okay, holy light. Let's have a look.
Would have been a sick move though if I'd banished him and I'd
so-
drowned.
What ability modifier do I actually like? What bonus do I use for this attack? Is there one in the? Is it based on the
It'll be
item,
equal to your
or-
class DC or class DC. So just do it based on your charisma.
Okay, so my class DC is. Where is my class DC on my sheet? Because I don't actually really use it. My class DC is 31, so it'd be plus 21 if we're going off that.
Mhm.
Okay. Sorry, plus 21. Did I say that? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So what does that do? It sheds bright light in a 30-foot radius, 100-foot high cylinder centered on you until the beginning of your next turn.
No.
I think there's two.
That's
holy
different.
lights.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
different
so-
holy light. What's the other
So
one?
it's searing. So the old spell is called Searing Light. This is the redone version of it. It is
Oh,
just
sorry.
here.
Yeah. Why would they have two legacy? Why do they have two things that are used?
Yeah, it's an attack roll.
attack
Does
roll.
Big fire
oh.
plus spirit damage if they're unholy.
Okay, go ahead.
Which I hope they're unholy.
Make a ranged spell attack.
So plus 21. So and using a legend point as well.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Okay, so if 38 hits, then it's a crit.
That is a crit.
Okay, so 7th level deals an extra 48 on both accounts. If they are unholy, it does spirit damage as well. Is he unholy?
I guess he counts as unholy.
Okay, that's what I'd like to hear.
The big dick damage is coming.
Okay, so it's 5d6 plus 8d6 is 13d6
Dang.
plus 13d6.
Let's go.
I'm about to see so many dice on my screen. Ah!
Okay, that's
Nice.
that's
That's a record, so.
Uh,
I
So
feel
that's-
like Kelso's gonna be worse to bring the trespasser after this.
yeah.
okay. So yeah, it was believed that that collective did help. That's
Yep.
204 damage total.
All right, so
Wait, isn't it a crit? Oh, did you put the crit in?
Yeah, that's already doubled.
Okay.
nice. All right, so let me just do some calculation.
And he's dead.
It's not
It's
done.
a thingy spell, isn't it? So anything in the way of that is also going to get hit. So there's a knight in the way as well.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
a
spell attack.
spell attack. Just
Oh, it's
one
a
target.
spell attack. Oh, I
yeah,
thought
it's
it was-
not. Yeah, it's not a line.
that would be pretty fucking stupid.
All right, so you shoot a harnessing the lance in your hand. The blade pointed, the tip pointed at Daring Kaidos. A huge blast of radiant light shoots out and shoots him directly in the chest, knocking him back. Drops him to 0.
Oh shit, that was effective. I raise my shield.
The amulet on around his neck, similar to the one you saw when you were fighting the other Kaidos children, snaps back, and that breaks, healing him for half of his HP.
Oh. Okay, raise my shield, and Hank will. Which of the things next to me has taken damage?
They all have, I think. Yeah, they're all taking damage. This Kirax is the lowest.
Which of the knights are lowest?
They're about equal.
Okay.
Yeah, neither of them have taken loads of damage.
Hank's just going to take a bite at the one below.
Okay.
With minus. Oh, well, a claw at the one below with -5. No.
All right, Daring Kaidos sort of dusting his the wound in his chest, which is sort of searing with holy light. Go on.
Can they heal on their turn if they've taken like holy damage?
I think not. Hang on, let me just have a look. He doesn't actually have. He's not the same sort of vampire, so I don't think he even has that anyway.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no, he's got fast healing 10. I don't know. Hang on, let me just have a look.
I thought it was like if they'd been hit by holy like
Yeah.
radiant damage, or if they've seen the holy symbol or something to do with holy stuff.
Yeah, I don't think I wasn't gonna give him that anyway.
Well, just because he healed when he'd taken.
Oh right, yeah. This is just something different. This is more like Neru's target. This ammunition.
Oh, okay. Right, I see.
It's not a vampire thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Calcifer. Yeah, so blasting Darren Kaitis away and fighting the knights around you. Quite shocked to see him still standing there. He does look hurt though.
Cool.
Definitely. All right, this Sidana armed squad yells, "Lower halberds!" It's going to attack this Kirax. Who crit fails? So Kirax is going to take double damage.
And can I say to them, that one is hopefully going to attack Kaidas, so just back off.
Oh right. Unfortunately, that's 3 actions for them. So.
Yeah, I know. Next turn. Chill out, guys.
All right, seeing Cyan being dominated. Darren Kaidas whispers one thing into his ear, and you watch as Cyan steps up to the edge of the dam and throws the Sword of Ratorian off the edge.
Oh no.
Oh. Can I cast Featherfall on it?
If you want to use that as a reaction, but it's still gonna hit the bottom before you can get there probably.
Yeah.
What does it say for Featherfall?
It
Is
does
it creature?
Would you not say that was an obviously self-destructive order?
It's not self-destructive.
Is it not?
Self-destructive order is kill yourself. Or,
No,
like,
I
hurt
think if
yourself.
he told him to throw himself off of it.
Yeah, like he can't
Right.
throw himself. Yeah, he
Okay.
couldn't throw himself off, but he can throw an item off.
Okay.
I think even with self-destructive stuff, you just
I-
get extra
okay.
saves.
Yeah, the Featherfall unfortunately is a creature within range. And then Cyan is going to get out his longbow, and he's going to fire it at you, Hanera.
He's gonna chuck that over to you. Just get rid of all of science weapons.
He just starts undressing, throwing everything off.
Oh god! No, that is self-destructive.
That's a natural 20 on you, Hanera. 38.
Yeah, that hits.
No sneak
So
attack
that's
at least.
17 damage. Yeah, no sneak attack.
Well, no, I've seen them. Oh. I will not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're saying no sneak attack at least.
Yeah, there's no sneak.
Then it would hurt.
Really not.
All right.
And we'll save. Don't forget.
Oh, yeah. That's a 25, so he's still dominated. I'll reveal that. There you go. So you don't think I'm being mean.
I don't. It's okay. I trust you.
I mean, if you wanted to lie, you could just roll 2 and reveal the.
Oh, you got me. Damn it. Darren Kaitis is having seen that power come out of that staff. He is. It does have a bit of a spooky glint in his eye. He's going to go up to Cyan. He's going to grab him. Which Cyan is going to be okay with. Well, hang on, let me just put it. Oh yeah, you can drink blood on Cyan.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, if you're dominated. So Cyan is. Hang on, just a sec.
It's okay. He doesn't become a vampire if he drinks his blood, remember? That's
Yeah.
not how it works.
I know,
everyone.
I'm calmed down now, right? This is... I feel like... Fine... No, that's not what I'm gonna say.
Sorry, I'm just trying to read how this works. An athletics check against the victim's fortitude DC. It's a 39 against a 30. So Cyan is drained 1, and Darren is going to heal. And sorry, when I put the things in from Archives of Nethys, put it with like a black background, so it's really hard to read it. It's victim grabbed an automatic. Okay, drink about creature. Drain value by 1. There we go. Okay, there we go. Kirax. This Kirax is going to go forward and is going to attack these soldiers. Fuck's sake. 20, that's 2 misses, okay. These soldiers are going to run a bit further up. This Kirax is going to... Is this Kirax enfeebled? Hang on, let me have a look. Oh, it's sickened. This one's the second one. What does that do? Status penalty. Oh, okay, it takes us in at status penalty. I'm just going to roll a dice to see whether this Kirax is fed up yet. Yeah, this Kirax is going to fly off. And this Kirax is also going to fly off as well. The knights are like, oh, our steeds! This Kirax is going to fly over here. That's 2... yeah, that's 2 actions. And then with the last action, I'm going to attack Hanira. That's a 14.
That misses.
Alright. This Kirax is going to attack Darren Kaidos. That's a 29, that misses. And second attack is going to attack Arakin. That's a 28, that's a miss. And third attack is going to attack Darren Kaidos. And that misses. This squad is going to step forward and is going to lower halberds. Alright, that's 11 damage to them. Oh no, wrong one. Oh shit. 11 damage to this guy. Larandon is still concerned. Arakin.
No, don't worry. Is he taking suggestions?
Well, he knows who his target is.
Okay. Well, oh yeah. All right.
Actually, what's no.
I just thought maybe
I'm just
he'd
rolling
give
a
me a
dice.
lift down the bottom
Oh, if is that what you're saying, sir?
to get the sword. Yeah. If he wants. Otherwise, I'll just jump.
Yeah, you can do that.
Cool.
Get on.
Thanks, bro.
I'll let you use the reaction to hold up. Oh, he can grab you if you want. That's an action.
Sick.
You are grabbed.
Wow.
and then he's going to fly 120 feet.
Beautiful. That's
Good.
a lot better than what I was about to do. Just jump off.
It's double speed downwards as well.
Oh, it's double speed downwards, yeah. So he gets to the bottom.
Ooh, I've done my trousers now as well, so.
You're going to have to do a perception... Oh, sorry, it's not my plus 120 feet. Let's just say that there's... let's say that he's at the bottom, just kind of flying around it. You're going to have to do a perception check to see whether you find it.
Yep,
On your turn,
cool.
okay?
Sounds good.
All right, this knight is going to attack you, Calcifer.
Okay.
43.
That is a hit. It's not a crit.
That's 35.
Okay, I will shield block to reduce that by 17. No, 15. So still take 10.
And he's going to do a devastating blast with his last two actions. So can you all make reflex saving throws, please?
I can
Right
try.
roll. I can also try.
13 and a 28.
So Hank fails, the rest of you succeed. So you take half damage. So that's 15 damage to Calcifer and Henning, and 30 to Hank. This guy takes half damage, and these guys take 4. As a blast of necromantic energy, reminiscent to the Scion's blast, shoots out. And then this one is going to attack you, Calcifer, again. Natural 1.
Cool.
Is going to attack Hank for 30. That's a miss, right?
30 misses.
All right, and then with his last action, he's going to twirl around, and he's going to attack the squad behind you. And that's a natural 1, and that misses as well. He's clearly a bit caught up in the devastating blast from his friend. All right, Henning.
What's HP? Can you move me closer to hit, please? So I'll move here.
Just, yeah.
Yeah, and then spell strike with telekinetic projectile on this
Okay.
guy.
Make an attack.
37.
37, that is a hit.
Cool. So critical. That.
It's not a crit.
Oh, sorry, I pressed the wrong button.
I'll just do half of that. That's fine.
Yeah, it's tough.
Okay, 18 damage. Starting to look hurt as a blast of masonry starts whacking him from all sides.
And then just recharge spell strike. Oh wait, no, I can't. I moved.
No,
That's my turn.
Okay. Cadell is going to frantically... is just going to attack this knight next to him. As he is flat-footed to him. 28, that's a miss. And he's going to cast Hideous Laughter on the knight. The knight needs to make a save and fails. Target is slowed 1 as he starts laughing. At some joke Cadell tells into his ear. Right, this knight is going to run up to Darren. And he's going to cast a 2-action harm on Darren. Level 3. So level 3 plus 22? No, 24. 3d8 plus 24.
Sounds right.
And Darren Codus is healed for 32 damage. Because it is because he's negative healing. And this knight is going to... Oh, go on.
Is he looking close to full now?
He's gotten a bit further up. But his amulet is shattered.
One health bar down.
One health bar down. He's still got one... I'll let you know. He's still got one legend point left as well. Alright, this knight is going to seek Cadell. Natural 20. He's going to make an attack. He's going to try and get... Oh, and gets a natural 1 on the flat check. And he's going to try again with his last action. And fails that as well. He's just like... he knows that Cadell's there, but Cadell's so just dodging out the way, and he's just like... It looks like he's just whacking at the air. Alright, Hanera.
Please can I use detect magic to aid my looking for this? It is a magical weapon, right?
Okay. Yeah. So your eyes are immediately drawn to the just below the waterline, slowly starting to sink into the water. You can probably reach in. Make me a athletics or acrobatics check, like either holding on or like sort of balancing on Arakin to fish it out of the water.
Can I use Mage Hand?
Oh, you can use Mage Hand if you want. Yeah, that's probably better. There's detect magic 2 actions.
Yes, but that's what I was gonna ask. Did I have to use Mage Hand to see it? No, sorry, detect magic to see it.
Well, you'll have to do a seek action. So you could, if you want to do a seek action, you might not. Otherwise, like the detect magic, you'll immediately see it.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Is this an action to reach in and get it? I guess.
Yeah. So if you do detect magic, you know where it is, and then you have one chance of getting it. And if you mage hand, but you don't see it, then yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna give it a go with the acrobatics.
Okay. Have you got any legend points left?
Nope.
Oh no.
All right, you fall into the water. Unfortunately.
Right. I water breathing on myself.
So yeah, you are starting to immediately be pulled under the water as you go for it. It just slips out your hand. The small little waterfalls of the dams, water exit thingies are pushing you under, but at least you can breathe. It's still floating in front of you, however. You can grab it with another one. That'd be another athletics or acrobatics. Yeah, you just need to beat 10, alright? That's a DC.
This is like me in real life.
Yeah, just like... Unfortunately, it keeps slipping out your hands. You do know where it is, though, you Alex.
Yeah,
She
I use a focus point.
She has other talents, I swear.
Alright, Calcifer.
Alright, raise shield. And then, have these shown themselves as having reactive strikes?
I don't think they have yet, but you know from previous things that they are fighters.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, I do have flanking on the bottom one, so I'm going to go for that with a lance attack.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, it's 29.
29.
With
Oh, they are. Oh no, yeah, that is still a miss.
Oh,
Even with flanking.
Henning's pretty hurt, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Okay. We'll give him a little pat and do a lay on hands for 36 health.
Oh, thank you. That makes him feel much better.
Nice. Every little bit helps.
And then Hank will do an attack on the bottom one as well.
Okay.
At -5.
Nope. No.
That turn was a lot less effective than the last.
It do be like that. All right. They need. This Kirax needs to make a reflex saving throw. Uh, 31. That is half damage. And Cyan is going to. He's going to fire a longbow down at Arakin below.
Ow.
Oh, that's a miss. I'm going to fire another one. That's 26. That's a miss. And because it's sec, I'll just do a third one. 17. That's a miss. Right, Daron Kaidos.
Roll! Here's the roll. Roll the
Oh,
will save.
oh, the will save. Sorry. Yeah. I'll roll. Does Zach use any legend points last session? Do you remember?
I don't
No.
remember him doing it.
I don't recall him doing it.
I assume he would have used one for the dominate if he had one.
His
Yeah.
sheet, his
Oh,
sheet
that's a natural
shows...
20. That's a natural 20 anyway. He's no
nice.
longer dominated.
Yeah, I was gonna say his sheet shows us zero
Yeah.
hero points, but whether that actually means it, I don't know.
He is still grabbed by Daron Kaidos, but that was the end of his turn. So, all right, Daron Kaidos' turn. Daron Kaidos, seeing that, is going to plunge a rapier into Cyan. That's 37. That hits, but is not a crit. It's 21 damage. And then Daron Kaidos is going to do it again. That's 34, which is a hit, but not a crit. 27 damage, and then Daron Kaidos is going to shove Cyan with a -10. Was that against? What is that against his will?
DC 30.
DC 30. Okay, so that's a 27, so that fails.
Oof.
Oh, is a success you get shoved at all?
Well, that's a fail.
A fail, sorry. Yeah, what is the fail?
I think he failed as nothing.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, he just doesn't have any. Alright, this Kirax is going to continue fighting these guards.
And Cyan's no longer grabbed.
Alright, that's a miss. Yes. Oh, so that sounds no longer grabbed as well, yeah.
Bom, 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 bom.
Okay, that's them taking damage. This squad is going to attack the Kirax. Needs to do a reflex save. Kirax gets a nat 1, so it takes double damage. Kirax takes 30. It's looking really hurt. And this one continues to fly off. Can you all make a perception check for me? This one's done.
Yes.
What did everyone get?
I got a 35.
23 and a
33.
20 with a natural 1 on Hank.
Nice. Who got 33?
Me.
And Henning, you got 35. So, Hanera and Henning, you hear this strange arcane thrum in the air. As you look about, can't quite see anything just yet.
Okay.
This squad is going to lower halberds against this knight. who takes half damage. And Lorandon starts looking in there. Do you hear that? What is that?
You tell us.
Hopefully, the backup we're expecting.
Just bear with me a sec.
Probably the best Arakan delay is to laugh to Hanera, maybe?
Yeah, Arakin is going to wait until Hanera's turn.
Cool.
Which means that it's these knights. So, going to attack you, Calcifer. You are flanked. Natural one.
I don't think they actually are flanking me.
Oh, yeah, they're
I
not.
think you have to be... Yeah, the bottom would have to be one square to the right.
Yeah. 26. That's a miss.
Yep.
And 34 on the last attack.
34 does not hit Calcifer.
Okay. Yeah, Whirling Blade, missing everything. This one's going to attack Henning with his greatsword.
Oh.
That's 41 to hit.
That's a crit.
Oh, shit. Right, that's 44 damage.
Okay, I will Glimpse of Redemption. If I shield block, it'll break my shield. I will just Glimpse of Redemption. So that will reduce it by 14 and make them enfeebled too.
Okay,
So
so that's
30 damage.
30 damage.
A little better, but still quite painful.
Alright, he's going to attack Hank.
I'm going to use my reaction to hit him with an attack. Opportunity attack.
Can you do that on a just what? Just on an attack?
It's a thing, isn't it? That's how it
Yeah,
works.
if it's a
Where's-
manipulate attack.
Yeah, so if it's only if it's like a spell attack or something usually. Like
Yeah,
regular
it's not a-
strikes don't have manipulate trait.
I think they do.
I don't think
No.
they do.
I think we've
There
ruled
might
it
be
that
there
way.
might be I think there might be some feats that allow you to do that,
Right.
but
Yeah, because
like
the
champions can do
fighter,
that. But
the fighter in my game could do that.
I think you might have had a
I-
feat for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
there's a feat for it. Yeah, if he was casting a spell, you could.
Yeah.
It's 26 on Hank. That's a miss.
Nah. No shot.
And that's a 28 on the last attack on Hank.
Nope.
Okay, and he's going to move over there. You can make an attack of opportunity now, Henning.
Yay! $41.
That is a hit, not a crit.
So much AC.
Oh, no, sorry, that is a crit, because he is flanked.
Nice.
Nice.
If he's flanked, hang on.
Do you get some extra damage if they're flat-footed?
Yes, 5 extra damage.
So 10.
10 damage then, yeah, 'cause it's,
Very nice. He, like, flanked himself and then got attacked. Henning,
what a noob. Well, since he is flanked, I'm gonna...
he's looking quite hurt now.
Yeah, I think we need to try and finish him off, so spell strike with telekinetic projectile.
Okay.
36.
36. That's a hit.
That plus 5. And where is it? There it is. Plus 23.
Okay, how would you like to kill him?
Want to hit him with an extremely sharp piece of rock and send it straight through his head.
Okay. Yeah, just a sharp piece of masonry, dislodged.
Oh no, sorry. I want to stab him with the sword so I get his soul into the sword.
Okay. Yeah.
Steal his soul.
Yeah. You manage to slip your blade through a small little crack in his armor, straight into his neck. As he gurgles, you feel the energy from his soul being drained out.
Nice. And then I will recharge spell strength.
Okay. Cadell is going to attack. Kaidos. That's a miss. $24, that's a miss. Oh, you just rolled terribly. Alright, this knight is going to seek. Natural 20. He's going to attempt to attack Cadell. And that's a success, so he's going to make an attack roll. And that misses. And then he's going to make another one.
I just put that there.
Flat check. That's a success. Oh, and that hits that time. Cadell takes 26 damage. This knight is going to do the same. Succeeds on the flat check and hits. And is going to do it again. Flat check. Succeeds. And misses. No, that's a hit actually. Because Cadell's flank. Oh, Cadell's looking hurt. Okay, Hanera, you're in the water.
Yes, I am. I would like to use a focus spell.
Okay, what focus spell?
So that I become trained in the skill.
What focus spell is that?
It's called Ancestral Memories. It just means I get trained in the skill for 1 minute. So
Okay.
and then I'm gonna try and grab it again.
Can you cast verbal spells with water breathing on?
Am I completely underwater?
Currently.
Right.
But I just don't know whether water breathing it.
I don't know.
I assume so.
It just says you can breathe underwater in the spell.
But if you can breathe, can you say the word? Because if it depends who needs
Words
to
are basically
hear it.
just breathing out, right?
Yeah, it's breathing.
It's fine.
plus
I'll allow it.
vibrating.
Yeah, because it's a focus spell anyway, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know how to do that. Do the blood magic. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna grab it. So I'll be
Okay.
trained in acrobatics. Ooh, plus 15. Yay! Please don't get in that one. Oh,
Yay.
beautiful!
All right, reaching out, focusing on your bloodline, calling out to your ancestors for assistance. You reach out and you grab a Tauren sword in your hand. You see Arakin directly above you. You can swim up to the surface and hop on if you want.
I would like to do that.
Okay, that's your last two actions, then, yeah?
Oh, okay. I was gonna drink a potion. But I can do that. I guess I'll have to do that next turn.
Are you saying to Arakin it's time to go?
Yeah.
Cool. Arakin is going to fly up. He can. It's only 50 feet up the dam, so he can make that in one.
Damn.
And then I'll just hold the sword out ready to give to Cyan. If he wants to come and get it.
Arakin is going to fly a little bit up. So he's going to fly here. And he's going to do his breath attack.
Cool. What kind of breath is it?
It's like fiery. It's a fiery one. It's like burning whiskey, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
It's a 40-foot cone, but that gets everyone. So Zach needs Cyan needs to do a reflex save, but he gets one thing higher.
If he's like a bit above, is he able to like angle it down so that it's?
So if he needs one action, so he can go 120 foot. So he's only 10 foot above them.
Right.
I'd say that probably not.
Okay. Geometry
37. Oh, so Cyan evades anyway. That's a crit success.
Nice.
Darren Kaidos needs to make a reflex save. And gets a 23. That's a crit fail.
Ooh.
The Kirax gets a 33. That's a fail. This knight gets a 24. That's a crit fail. And gets a 40. That is a success. And Cadell, who Arakin doesn't know is there. Cadell gets a success. Okay.
Worth it.
So Darren Kaidos takes 118 damage.
Oof.
He's very low. Kirax takes... what did Kirax get? Sorry, I just need to remind myself. That's a success. No, so that's a fail, so that's just regular damage. That Kirax is dead. This knight gets a success, that's half damage. This knight got a fail. Oh, got a crit fail, so that's double damage. And that knight is extremely low. And Hanera, you are currently on his back as well.
Yep.
Alright, Calcifer.
This knight's
you hear? Sorry, you also hear you also hear Cadell shouting, Calcifer, saying, "Don't bring Darren Kaidos. Don't kill him. He'll turn into gas and escape. Kill him with the Tauren sword.
Mm-hmm.
He's low."
Okay. This when is this one to the top left of me in initiative? Is it earlier on? Is it earlier in the round?
He was earlier. He's first on the initiative.
Okay, so he would be between me and Henning. I'm going to simply raise a shield, use Lay on Hands on Henning again, so you get another 36 health back.
Yeah.
It was 36, right? Yeah, 36 health.
Lost.
And going to make an attack on the guy to the top left.
All right, make an attack.
37.
37 hits.
Okay, so that is 28 points of damage, plus there's some other things on here. So it's also a holy lance, so it's going to do an extra 2d4 if they are unholy.
Yep.
Okay, so sorry, 3d4. So another 5 spirit damage.
All right.
Holy spirit damage. And
Yeah, you pierce his side, and the holy light begins to burn into him. You hear him yell out in pain.
and he needs to make a DC 35 Fortitude save.
Okay. That is a 28.
So
That's
that's
a
a fail, but not a crit fail. So they are slowed 1 for 1 round.
Okay.
And then Hank will do a chomp at the same one. Not a chomp, a claw attack, because it's agile. And 31?
31, that is a miss.
Damn. Okay, that's it for me.
Alright, this squad is going to try and finish off the Kirax. And the Kirax gets a crit fail. Kerax is dead. Cyan is going to... Yeah, Darenkitis is nursing his wounds, having been burned by all that fire. He's just gonna step away. And then he's going to run around here and he's gonna fire a longbow at that knight that is low.
Is he not gonna grab the sword?
He values killing this knight because this knight's almost dead.
Oh right, okay.
That is a hit.
And Nara looks like I got just went all the way down to get this for you.
All right. Darenkitis is going to... He's facing down the dragon, nursing his wounds. Who are you? He says to Arakin. And you hear Arakin say, "You killed me when you were but a boy. I will have my revenge." So Darenkitis says, "We'll see about that." And Darenkitis is going to jump off the dam.
Damn it.
Into the water.
Well, can I cast Featherfall?
On him.
So he doesn't. Just the idea being he won't plunge really far in, and then we'll lose sight of him.
Okay.
He'll just land on the top.
Does it say what? Just so let me just have a look. Featherfall, gentle. It's called gentle landing now, right?
Oh yeah, maybe.
The target's force.
It doesn't say a willing creature.
Yeah. That's fine. One falling creature. The target's force slows to 60 feet per round, so he will still get to the bottom. But let's just say he's sort of just hovering above the surface of the dam. He just jumps off into the water.
Okay.
This Kerax, seeing that, is going to take off into the air. It's going to fly. That's 2 actions to fly to the bottom. This squad is going to march up. It's going to attack this knight. And that's a miss. This Kerax is continuing to fly off. Kerax is flying off as well. Alright, you begin to hear an arcane thrum in the air. As appearing out of a blue arcane magic portal just above the dam, you see 5 huge sky ships appear out of the air.
Oh.
Henning and Heneras, you got a good perception check. You see the decks are manned by a number of gnomes and a number of orcs carrying muskets. Also, you see Cascus on the deck, on the I guess the aft of one, or the port, or whatever it is. The helm. Sorry.
Is on the ship.
Where is your token now?
My one. It's on the bottom right ship. Back right.
Oh,
On the right.
Oh yeah, I see. Sorry. Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. You are on there. Do you want to roll initiative for me? Let me just add you to the tracker.
Okay.
Flying in formation.
Oh, I'm on private. It's a 33.
30. That put it on there, right?
Yeah, I can't see myself actually.
Yeah, you are on there.
Okay, cool.
So they appear in a flash of arcane light, as a lot of the elves looking up at it don't know what the hell they're looking at. They're like, "What on earth is that?" These ships are husks of iron and wood, powered by glowing arcane engines, which seem to glow with like a sort of bluish green hue. Cannons poke out of them, as well as musketmen, musket orcs and gnomes, who are taking pot shots out of them. Lorandon calls out, Cadell, is this your friend? You hear Cadell say, finally. Alright, this knight is going to whistle, hopefully for one of his characters to come back. But before that, he's going to slash out at you, Kelsman. 42 to hit.
That is a hit. It is not a crit.
Okay. That's 31 damage.
Okay.
And second attack, he's going to attack Hank. 34.
34 will hit Hank.
Okay. 26 damage to Hank.
Okay.
What is that? Use the scroll of 5th level. And he's going to hit. He's going to attack you with his third action. Natural 20, 36.
Ah, that just hits.
Okay, so that's a crit. 56 damage on that.
Ow.
Hello.
Yeah, you taking that, yeah? Sorry.
Yeah, that's been taken.
Okay, Henning, it's your turn.
Um,
There's only a couple of
I'd
knights left on the thing, and obviously Darien Kaidas jumped off, and Kirax went down.
Right, is it 60 feet down?
Let's say it's 55 feet.
Okay.
Henning would like to move to here.
Okay.
And then he's going to make a spell strike with telekinetic projectile against this knight.
Okay, make an attack.
Ah, damn it.
Oh, that misses.
Yeah. Recharge spell strike.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I can't. No, that's all my turns.
Okay.
Keep forgetting.
Cadell drops his invisibility. He's gonna. Oh, he's gonna drop his invisibility after he moves, and then he's gonna make an attack. 31 on this knight. Oh, and he's flanked, so yeah, that is a hit. 17 damage. $24. That's a miss. Okay. This knight is seeing his master flee, is going to. But he's not brave enough to jump off. He's going to fight to the end. He's going to attack Cadell. That's a 45 on Cadell. Oh, that's a crit. $54 damage. You see as Cadell excitedly drops invisibility as the skyships begin to descend. The knight catches him, in the stomach. He looks very injured, and then a second attack. Cadell is knocked unconscious.
Ah.
And then he's going to lash out with his last action on these guards, which hits 29 damage on them, knocks a whole bunch of them away. All right, Cascus. You can delay yourself until the skyships are closer if you want.
Sure. I mean, am I able to look around myself, or is there like things going on in the ship I'm on, or do you want to hold off?
Well, we'll hold off on that until after the fight, I think. But yeah, everyone's bustling. They're at arms. You're sort of recovering and recouping from what the hell just happened.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna be 2 minutes. Be right back.
Cool. I will. Yeah, I'll delay you then. Where were we? Hanera.
Okay, great. I am gonna get off of. I'm gonna go over here. Well, sorry. Hand the sword over. I'm gonna cast haste on Cyan, and I'm gonna say, jump off of the edge and follow him. Kill him. I will feather for you, so he will land. This is my plan. Cyan will listen to me because he's jump off the edge. I'll feather for him with my reaction. He'll get to the bottom. He'll still have 2 actions left because I've hasted him. So that's 2 strikes with the sword while they're both in the air before they've fallen from the feather fall.
All right.
Is that? Yeah.
He seems to relay. Yeah, you relay that message to him. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So he's hasted as well, and then yeah. Okay, that's my turn.
All right. Seeing Cadell just falling to that knight, Arakin's going to fly over and is going to make 2 attacks against the knight. A natural 20 and a 43. That's 2 crits. 72 and 62. Oh shit! That knight just gets torn to shreds. Just flies over to the knight who's standing over Cadell's unconscious body. All right, Calcifer.
Okay. I guess I'll can't really get into a flanking position easily here, so I will just raise a shield and make an attack.
Mm-hmm.
That's 26.
26. What, against the knight?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Okay. And we got 1 focus point left, but both me and Hank are kind of low.
Heal him.
I'll make another attack. We need to finish off that knight. Oh shit, no.
Alright.
Hank will make an attack though. Might as well. No.
Alright. This squad doesn't have anyone to attack now, so they're just going to chill. Alright, so taking a Tauren's sword is going to nod to you and is going to just run and jump off the edge. Are you feather falling him?
Yeah.
No, get
Imagine.
get
Yeah, it's like, haha, I wanted to get rid of you all along.
Get fucked,
All
loser.
right. So activating a Tauren's sword, diving head first. Oh my goodness.
Use a legend point.
Yeah, I don't think he has any left.
Oh.
It's better than just. If one of you want to donate your legend point, you can.
Yeah, can someone please do that? Because I don't have any.
I've used mine.
I'll say it's a heroic action. I did say if you do a heroic action, you can get legend points. So it's fine. All right. Well, that will be a 37 to hit. So that does hit Darren Kaidos.
Is that with the legend point?
That's with the legend point. Yeah. Let me just. Sorry, I just need to go back in my messages. So okay, yeah. So his last two actions are to activate a Tauren's sword, and Kaidos needs to make a will save.
Does jumping cost an action?
I just think it's part of.
Fair. I guess he is jumping. I guess he is featherfalled, which should take longer.
It's just run off the edge in a stride, right?
Right.
I guess.
Well, that's what I thought, but if you're featherfalled, it takes a bit longer to get to the bottom, and then he needs to get to the bottom to finish his turn. If you know what I mean.
It's fine, I'll allow it.
Okay, does that mean he has 2 attacks then?
No, it takes 2 actions to use the Tauren sword ability on vampires.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was. Yeah.
I see.
How would Cyan like to kill Darren Kaido?
Through the head.
So
Right
diving.
through the
It's
brain,
like,
as
have
he
you played?
lands on him.
Have you played Super Smash Bros?
Yeah, he's just like fucking.
Like
Gumbus.
the link
Gumbus.
thing where he like puts it between his.
Oh yeah,
things,
just
like,
just diving headfirst off the edge of the dam. Darren Kaidos, wading through the water, trying to get onto his Kirak, looks up into the air, and the last thing he sees before he turns into a cloud of dust is Cyan frantically diving down, sword pointed at his head. Darren Kaidos is destroyed.
Hey, woo!
Hey.
Cyan
Smashes into the water. He needs to do a reflex save to make sure he doesn't.
He hits a rock.
He's featherfalled.
Oh yeah, he is for the full. Okay.
And he's got water breathing, I think.
Yeah.
Let's end this here. This knight is going to yield. As Darren Kaidos' unholy influence is no longer wrapping itself around him, he suddenly sees the danger he's in, sees his mortality ahead of him, and says, I yield! As the skyships descend on the dam. Let's take a break here, shall we?
Yeah.
Sure.
Alright. We'll
See
be back
you in a
in
few.
15 minutes.
Oh my god.
Hello, welcome back. So just before the fight, just before the break, the party faced down Darin Kaidos, and as Darin Kaidos tried to escape, surprised by how you had overwhelmed him from his attempt to take over the dam, Cyan bravely jumped off the dam, having been handed a Tauren sword back from Hynera, who had fished it out of the water below. Plunging it through his skull, and just as Cyan's blade disintegrates Darin Kaidos, looks up to the sky and says, "Master, why?" before he turns into a pillar of dust. The last knight surrenders as the arcane thrumming of 5 sky ships flying overhead. Cascus helming one.
I'm certainly not. He'll end up crashing into the dam, and that's not a good thing.
Yeah, one of them just immediately crashes. Circles above. As you let's actually put you on this one. As the largest one in the center throws a rope ladder overhead, and you see a number of orcs and I guess Cascus beckoning you to hop on.
Okay, before hopping on...
Oh yeah, Cadell is also currently unconscious.
Yeah, I'll...
Oh yeah, I will not heal him.
Okay. Yeah, if no one else did, I would.
Make a medicine check.
Oh, medicine? I was gonna...
Oh, you're doing it. Yeah, okay, you're doing it.
I'm going to start collecting up the armor.
Yeah. I also have stabilize as well.
That's fine. Just tell me how much that healing is.
Okay, I'll do this.
One of the ships is going to go down and collect Cyan.
15.
15. Cadell, his breath comes back to him. He seems quite weak, and the wound in his chest doesn't seem to heal over. But he does seem stable for now. He sort of like claws at his chest and goes, "Ah, thank you, Hynera." What else were you doing? You're picking up the bodies.
Yeah, looting the bodies.
Okay.
Getting the
Hey, so
getting the armor. Any other things of note they might have on them that could be reviewed.
As far as so, there's one. So Darin Kaidos' Shade Steel armor is at the bottom of this lagoon.
Well, good job we got water breathing.
Yeah, you can go grab that if you. There is still a battle going on. You can go back and get it later.
More important.
But
If it's gone when we
yeah,
get back.
there's 3 sets of Shade Steel armor here, and then there's Knight who's surrendered as well.
Yeah, he will. The condition of his surrender being accepted will be him giving it over.
Yeah, he unfortunately he just dejectedly takes his armor off and puts it at your feet.
Cool. How deep is the lagoon?
Having sunk to the bottom, probably 60 feet or so down. I don't know, maybe.
Okay. So not. Okay, it's not too far if you can breathe.
It's not. Yeah, you'll be able to wade through it after the siege is over. If you want to look for it, it's no problem.
Was his armor particularly special, or was it kind of the same?
Actually,
as
Arakin's
everyone's?
going for that. It's basically the same as everyone else's. Arakin is actually going to go grab Cyan rather than the ship.
Cool.
Fly up, and this Kirax is going to fly away. Are you going up on the skyship?
That'd be rude not to.
You're being beckoned. It would be rude.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask if someone can give me some heals.
That's fine. You can heal up whilst you're on there. Let's just.
Yeah, I've only got 1 focus point left, so I mean every 10 minutes I can do it, but.
Okay, I'll just use one of my heals from my staff of heal.
Oh, I do. I mean, we do still have a bunch of scrolls of heal as well.
Well, yeah, but this is fine. Ah, for God's sake. Ah. Right. mine.
All right, so just from your vantage point up here, you see an army, a block of soldiers starting to descend into the city as the army begins to fall back towards the palace. As you make your way onto the ship, you see a hustle and bustle of orcs and gnomes, a strange combination, seemingly working together. Kitted out in what seems to be kind of almost kind of humanoid technology, or like advanced, modern Adana technology, that's for sure. Arcane engines, bits of piping and clockwork buzzing and all around you. Cascus is on the deck, seemingly looking healed up. And next to him is an old gnome with crazy white hair, wearing some welding goggles that are covered in soot from down in the engine deck. He says, welcome all of you. Which one of you's Cadell? And Cadell sort of just holding his wound and says, that's me. Cadell says, the gnome says, good. Right, well, you're all here. Welcome on board.
On board the, what exactly? Is it some kind of a...
I call this one Blackjack. This is my
Right.
ship of the sky. My name is Saxon. You can call me Sax. I am the inventor of such a instrument of war.
Oh, that's impressive. Is it just the five?
There are a number of others which are currently regrouping, but we are about to start the bombing run. The enemy army will not stand a chance.
All right, good to hear.
Quick question. We heard that there was disturbance going on up on the dam. Kind of glancing over in the side, he sees kind of scattered remains of dead shield steel wielders, but also one like semi-naked one who's just like stood there now. He's like,
he's just your prisoner. I guess he's been brought.
He may be brought to ship.
What happened? What happened?
Do any of you want to explain?
What happened with you? You just left.
Well, no, not. I mean, everybody just left somewhere, right?
Oh, shut up.
That's
Don't bother.
what?
I mean, you ran off and we had to abandon the North Wall.
Well, respectfully, the North Wall had already fallen. The city had already fallen when the hundreds of Kirax riders flew overhead. If anything, I was trying to actually do something instead of running away.
But you didn't go towards the Kirax. You ran away the other way. And let us fight the Kirax.
I
Yeah,
ran
you
into the
made.
camp.
We only had to run away after you ran away, or I guess ran towards.
There were
someone
hundreds
else.
of Kirax flies in the skies. It does not matter one person. I cannot stop hundreds.
So what have you done?
Well, the whole camp is burnt to the ground.
Cool.
So
You see just grouping up with these skyships, a number of other skyships, maybe 5 or 6 more, starting to arrive in your vision. Saxon says, I would hold on if I was you. All speed ahead. As a number of orcs and gnomes start relaying the information, as you hear the arcane engines thrum into power, almost knocking you off your feet with the force of the acceleration as the engines at the back just start spewing out this kind of what seems like toxic smoke, just like that propels the ship forward. You can all argue in your own time, but I must say my lady must speak to you first.
Yes, she's quite proficient in combat, from what I understand.
She's waiting for you downstairs, just in the office. Once you're all caught up, Cadell says, "Your lady." I don't know about this.
It's fine. I'll show you the way. Um, you see, I probably would not be here if they did not come and rescue me. In my rage, I grew a little blind. It kind of plays with his nails slightly while he's saying that. And it seems in a moment of my last consciousness, they saved me. They picked me up, and the next thing I knew, I was on board this vessel with a very strange-looking gnome looking over at me with this kind of magnifying glass right in my eye, and a few others, including the lady.
So a couple of orcs take your prisoner and say, would you like me to keep them in the brig?
You would remain with them.
Yeah.
Or would you like to keep them with you?
No. No, just make sure he's secure. He ain't got his shit, so you're not that much of a
He's
threat.
still he'll still be
yeah.
dangerous.
He was
Very well.
one of Kaidus's close guards, so he'll know shit.
The orcs are burly and large, and they sort of rough him towards the brig, saying, "Come on, you elf!" Takes him down the stairs. You're led by Cascus down onto the lower deck, where at the back of the ship, you can feel through the wooden decking the humming of the engines below. As going through a door, you see a quite well made up study with kind of darkened, like all the curtains shut. In the corner of the room, however, you see what seems to be a wooden man, just sort of like propped up against a wall, just unmoving, just sort of looking down. Horns on his head and a beard. And sat at the desk, rifling through some paperwork, you see a blonde-haired monk, a woman, looking over a stack of papers. Looks up at you.
And Nera thinks, "Wow, I bet she has a really sexy voice."
She says, fantastic. Please come in. My name is Morna.
Pleased to meet you. So we're a bit spotty on the details of this relationship you've formed with our friend. Would you mind enlightening us a bit?
Cadell says, Morna Wallstalker. I didn't expect to see you here. No one's seen you for about, 10 years? 15 years? Morna says, it's closer to 20, actually.
How old are you?
You're asking Morna that?
Yeah.
She says, I must be in my 60s now. But she doesn't look a day over 30.
Yeah.
Good anti-aging cream, I guess.
And the trespasser's light, or darkness, I suppose. Anything is possible.
Indeed.
As I was saying, these are my companions, the ones that Cadell was with. We are pretty formidable, and hopefully can be of use.
Morna says, and Cadell, or should I name you Tarash? It is good to see you again, I suppose. Cadell says, yes, well, I suppose the last time we met wasn't on the best of circumstances. I was in contact with Saxon, but I didn't know that you would be here.
Can I ask a question? You see, Cadell has been rather opaque about his past. Is there anything we should be aware of? You know, I do not want to wake up in the middle of the night with regrets in my head. You know.
Make a diplomacy check.
I'm kind of saying it semi in the spirit of jesting.
Sure.
34.
Morna says, I'm sure we have all done bad things.
Well, probably.
I haven't.
Morna says, let's just say that once we were enemies. Cadell says, yes, we can say that. Cadell says, why is Scrimshaw just sat there? And Morna says, all that will be explained shortly, I suppose.
Is that a golem?
He would hate you to call him that.
What are the horns for?
You should ask his creator that.
Oh,
I don't know, seems-
by the way,
seems like a really silly design choice. God, who would do that? Like, just whack horns on there, something to grab him by and sling him to the ground.
You notice Scrimshaw is wearing a very tattered old set of kind of greenish, like a tailcoat. Very old, very dusty, almost like he hasn't moved in a long time, or hasn't sort of refreshed his fashion in a long time. His eyes are kind of closed. There's no light coming out of him, and he's sort of like he's got his head not down.
Was he a tiefling? I say because Kashkis is now in his tiefling form. He has been since he went to the camp.
The Magisters of Orthaid name him a Warforged. It is a humanoid creation who has a soul and is much like any other humanoid. However, he is made of living wood.
And the horns are just an aesthetic choice.
It is more because of his master's connection to the abyss and to demonkind.
I see.
Do not worry. I'd say he's an ally, but he would be an ally if he were here. He is currently elsewhere. Cadell says, all right then, Morna, spit it out. Why are you here? And where have you been? Naruzatar has risen. He's almost destroyed this place. I thought you were hoping to destroy him. That's where I last heard of you. And Morna, her figure kind of like half hidden by the shadow of the room. She says, I disappeared when I was searching for her, the trespasser. My god. Her presence was elusive, flickering on the edge of perception all throughout Eshmelin, where we travelled, always just beyond reach. I ventured further, deeper than anyone had dared, going to places in Cyril Danath that humans and mortals had not stepped foot since the wars against the gods, trusting that mine was the path to walk. I believed it was the will of the divine. But when I found that ancient temple where I assumed the trespasser would be lying, I felt it. A trap. A snare set by my hands as cold and relentless as death itself. By hands as cold and relentless as death itself. Naruzatar. The Lich had been waiting for us, me and Scrimshaw, drawn by my search for the divine. He ensnared me. Not with chains or magic, but with a prison far worse. A prison of shadows. A place that consumes hope and light. The gloom. For 20 years, Scrimshaw and I lingered there. Time passed differently, it seemed. At first I fought. I searched for a way out, but the gloom isn't a place that one simply escapes. It's alive in a way, feeding on despair, sapping strength, and whispering that escape is impossible. I had nothing but memories of my life, my faith, and the flicker of the trespasser's light. I held on to that, even as everything else faded. But Naruzatar wasn't content with my imprisonment. He wanted to break me. He visited, often, taunting me with the visions of the world I left behind, of friends growing old, of people falling into ruin. He spoke of a grand plan, of a world that he would drag into the gloom, where the shadows rule and all light is extinguished. And he was patient, knowing that in time his allies, the humans, who above all deign for power and for glory, would grant him the power to do so. And he waited for that moment. But when it happened, when the barrier between these worlds thinned, I felt it. Not that long ago, just a week or so, or a few days. I felt it. The gloom's tendrils had stretched to the world, and Adana had been sucked in alongside it. That is where I managed to contact Sax for the first time in 20 years. Luckily, he had arrived on your orders, Cadell, after you asked him to assist in the war, and he came and picked me up. Any longer, and I wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't have been here to tell you all this. Scrimshaw, however, well, he is powered by things called Tarlstones, objects of great power, which are attached to Erd, and the power of Erd's energy. Unfortunately, in the gloom, there are no Tarlstones. And here, Tarlstones do not have the same kind of effect. It seems that his soul is still trapped on the other side of the Great Barrier. So unless we manage to find a Tarlstone that is able to work, unfortunately, we are still without him. Does that make sense?
I have two questions, if I may. The first question, how did Sax enter the gloom and these ships?
Sax was lucky enough to be here in Adana, just arriving on the continent when it transported over.
That's one way to describe it.
Any later, and he would have found nothing but open ocean, I suspect.
I see. Well, that is pretty fortuitous. The second point, and he kind of paces a bit. A while back, we were, I forget the name, a tower, I think, in a place called Oristas. Yes. And there was a rather eccentric and good-looking man I had made by the name of Gideon.
Yes, Gideon.
He mentioned your name. I wondered where I had heard it before, and your companion's name. I think he mentioned that you'd gone to this tomb of the trespasser. I think he'd spent a long time trying to find you, but was unable to.
Yes, unfortunately, Neruzatar had shown me visions of what life outside the gloom was like when he came and visited. Gideon did not take my disappearance and Scrimshaw's disappearance well. He locked himself in his tower, searching for anything he could. I hope he is well.
Wait, Neruzatar visited you in the gloom?
Well, apparitions of Neruzatar.
What, just to, like, fuck with you, or are you mates or something?
He has a strange sort of respect for me and my old group.
What did you do, the old group, to get his respect?
It's all in the past now. Feels like a lifetime ago.
Would we know the names?
Are you from author Henning
No.
might?
Henning.
Oh, yeah. All right, you can make it Henning and Henning and Cascus. You can make a society check.
Panera's read about the Clive 7 in one of her books.
Is there a
Five,
history
five.
check?
5-7.
I think it's just society, or
It's just society.
some
you can make a society
specific
one as
law.
well.
I'll use one of my my legend points. I haven't used any. So.
Oh, damn it.
42.
Yeah, you've heard of the Clive Five, the saviors of Orthaid. unfortunately, the latter rulers of Tarsat weren't so keen on bigging them up, so they sort of fell into obscurity after a few years after saving the world. But you've definitely heard of them. They were once extremely famous, and now are sort of regarded as kind of kooky band of adventurers. Somewhat might be myth. You're not quite sure what's true and what's false, but certainly famous.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of outlined that a little bit. To your point about how the wizard man is, I fear he may not be, I don't know. We were in his tower, and Noruzatar and his creatures attacked while we were there. We managed to escape just, but only because Gideon allowed us to. I fear I do not know.
Mona kind of sighs. Nevertheless, we are struck with the issues that we have to deal with first, before we can deal with that. Naruzatar is not here. I suppose I should give you some updates on what I can tell about Naruzatar.
Yes, please.
At some point in the last 20 years, he managed to ascend to godhood. He is considered as powerful as any of the other gods. But Erd has a sort of divine wall which surrounds it. Gods are unable to enter. Only apparitions of them and slight hints of their power. So he can affect change on the world only through his followers. He seems to suspect that bringing Adana into the gloom will do something. The effects of that might bring down the divine wall, and the rest of Erd might be able to be taken over.
Do we still remember the stuff within the Book of Null? Like,
Yeah.
because we read it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What is that? Where's that right? Yeah, here it is. Sorry, carry on. I'm just having another flick through it.
So, upon ascending to godhood, he took the name of Null. I suppose
Wait, sorry, say that again?
Naruzatar
He took the name Null.
took the name Null.
Oh, shit.
And created a cult. Created a cult around himself.
If you're an actual god, isn't it just a religion?
It's a religion based off his own power trip. He wishes to undo the legacy of Vandaren and destroy all history before his ascension, you
He is the architect of suffering. That was he was referred to in the Book of Null.
What you reckon he wants everyone from some point on to just think that was the start. He made this all.
And we are all his loyal servants, indeed. That there is no history before his ascension. And the way he claims to wish to do such a thing is to create everyone his immortal servant. So there is no such thing as death to free them from such suffering. Many people obviously seem content with such a life, to live forever.
It certainly has its upsides.
So such a god that me and Scrimshaw and my old group knew well, is not something to be trifled with. As far as I am aware, the forces that are amassing in the gloom are being puppeted in the same way that the forces here in Adana have been puppeted by Naruzatar.
Right.
Well, how do you know how to stop it? You know, the Adenor being in the gloom. We wondered if it was myself and Cyan. We spent a period of time in the gloom ourselves, and we came across what I can only describe as a hangman's tree. A place where the assassin in yellow, I do not know if it is the real or the fake one, and where he was hanging victims upon a tree, and I do not know, it just felt significant. But do you know where we need to go to stop this?
I do not know the name Assassin in Yellow, but Scrimshaw and I called him the Shrike.
You've come across him?
In so many ways. There was his sword, okay. Scrimshaw was getting weak and tired and was about to run out of power properly when we started to notice that the humans had found a way into the gloom. We followed them for a bit, but we didn't want to reveal ourselves. We didn't know what loyalties they had. And I'm not sure whether we are cursed to remain in the gloom or whether we could just leave. I didn't want to risk it. We did notice that these humans would occasionally do experiments in the gloom. And there was a elf that they did the experiments on.
What else?
An elf by the name of Tybalt Kaidos. The sword clearly had a mind of its own, and the soul that resided within it only had one goal, which was to collect shade-steel swords and hang their wielders upon this tree, like a shrike, the bird, that impales its prey upon thorns. He seemed to do the same thing with them. I was not sure exactly what that was about, but eventually the humans didn't return, and we never got to ask again. But we have seen his tree, and recently it is starting to overflow with the bodies of the Shadesteel wielders that he has placed upon it. Cadell says, that must be why the elves have refused to use Shadesteel weapons. Too many of them are being killed.
I remember Thibaut Kaidos. We came across his name a few times, have we not?
Is David Kaidos' son?
Yeah.
Yes, but I seem to remember the banking guild were something about experiments with the banking guild, and he was addicted to Arcadian, I think, as well. At least that's what they claimed.
He was pretty blue, wasn't he?
He was.
Morna, you hear a massive rumble under your feet, and sort of looking out of one of the portholes, you start to see the bombing run going along, destroying the soldiers that are currently flooding into the city. Obviously, like a lot of the city is being destroyed at the same time, but you see arcane satchels being thrown off the sides, just completely blazing into the army. Just
are the people on the Karax riders, are they attacking us or the ship?
Well, they're being shot. So like you hear the occasional musket fire and crack of musket fire as Karax riders try and get close. And obviously Arakin is also circling around the ships. But this fleet of ships is armed to the teeth, and is way outmatches the elven technology. You start to see below a lot of the soldiers just now that the sort of dark aura of Daeron Kaidos' control over their minds is starting to be broken. They're not as brave as they were as well, and a lot of them are just starting to run. Morna says, I suppose it shouldn't be long now until the armies scatter. It seems that you have won this war.
Well,
Yeah.
for now. We don't know where Kaidos has gone.
Well, I mean, we think he's gone for good, hopefully.
Well, I don't know. You can never be sure with these.
Touch wood.
Yeah.
Look towards Scrimshaw. Touch the desk.
Science says the Sword of Otoran did kill him. I'm sure of that. But there is still Marish Kaidos, who is in Kadara, who will not give up power so easily.
That's alright. I'll talk to him.
This is Hanera's path to power.
No.
Yeah.
He has a massive crush on me, so he'll do whatever I say.
Please surrender.
But Morna says, but for today, it seems that at least this battle is won.
Yeah. So, you close with this? Are you in charge here, or is Sax, or what? Like, what's the deal?
Sax is an old friend. Now, gnomes don't tend to deal with hierarchy very well, but the alliance between orcs and gnomes is one of a common interest. No one's really in charge.
Right. I'm just wondering, obviously he brought an old fleet here. Now, I don't know.
Well, Sax is in charge of the fleet, of course.
Yeah. I don't know how they do it on in Orthaid, but here, when people give, a pretty substantial amount of help, and especially in wartime, they expect something back in return. Was this just out of the goodness of you lot's hearts, or?
That's something you'll have to ask Sax about. But something I suspect is Sax would very much like access to a lot of the arcane knowledge of the elves.
We can't cast magic, right?
No, but your arcane knowledge goes back thousands of years at the very least, and so do your artifacts.
I think you're going to be disappointed. But you can speak to Lorandon.
Lorandon awkwardly is like saying, well, I'll have to speak to the prince about that. Oh, I suppose the Padron.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of, I would quite like to get back and maybe have a little harsh word with Prince Holthisius.
All right. So, is there any last bits you want to ask Morna? Anything whilst the ship begins to head towards the Palace of the Prophet, finishing off their bombardment?
Yeah, in my book that I read about you guys, I heard that you fought a massive rainbow jellyfish. What was that like?
I've fought so many things over the years, I don't remember.
Wow.
I did once. I fought all sorts of crazy things. Fought some mammoths. Let me tell you the story.
Oh, I did want to hear that once Scrimshaw put a whale in a force cage and then just left it there for an hour.
Where did you read that?
I
Oh my god. What kind of sadistic bastard is this guy?
Was that the Adana Vegan Club? Because they can be a bit crazy.
No, I've got a book. It's to do with the history of the Orthaid. It tells me loads of cool things.
Very well.
Did you know that in Orthaid there's a man who lives in the forest who wears a big hat shaped like a bee, and sometimes he goes buzz buzz and the bee takes off and flies around?
Are they?
I didn't hold it.
Like in Orthaid.
No, are these your maybe your storybooks from your younger years?
No. these are my information books written by the elves.
Right. Okay.
Ah.
So on a slightly more serious note, does the word Soulgate mean anything to you?
Soulgate?
Yeah.
In what context?
If it don't mean much, then probably not worth bringing up.
The Soulgate of... yes. Yes. I know of what you speak from the Age of Gods. The artifact that was said to be made by Cicada.
Yeah. Don't suppose
That-
you know where it is.
That was a big part of mine and Scrimshaw's exploration of Eshmelin. We had heard that the trespasser had found it in Cyril Denath, but it seems more likely to be here in Adana somewhere.
Right.
It is what the trespasser had taken control of when she ascended to take Sikadan's place. Unfortunately, Neruzatar now seems to possess it.
That might be something to do with his way through.
What's that? Sorry.
I mean, the soul gate has to do with like souls going to the afterlife and stuff. So, if the soul gate allows mortals to go from the mortal realm to, the realm of gods, at least in some capacity, maybe it can be used to come the other way through. You mentioned that Neruzatar was trying to get onto trying to affect this plane in a bit more of a direct manner.
Hanera just rolled quite high on her check, so I'll tell you. She says, my suspicion is that I don't have evidence for this, but I suspect the Soulgate is not just one artifact. It is two.
What makes you say that?
That the souls have to pass through both. And I feel like both Adana and the Gloom have one half of the total. By bringing the two realms together, it might have enough. It might open the rift of the Divine Gate enough to bring Neruzatar through if he gets his way. But I do not know where the Soul Gate in Adana is. And I do not know where the Soul Gate in the Gloom is. I suspect it might be the tree that you talked about. At least in the Gloom.
So when they
you do remember in your vision of the Soul Gate that Sikadan gave you, Calcifer, that the one that he gave you the vision of in Adana was also a tree? So you
The cell.
You have to think about it.
Who had the vision? Sorry.
Oh, I don't remember.
Calcifer did.
Oh, I can't remember. I need to go back. And
Make a history check for me. Sorry, not history. Just I don't know, some. Make a perception check for me, just so you can remember.
Okay. 18.
It didn't seem to be the one in Sethel. As far as you recall, the vision was of a white tree in a kind of swampy forest area.
Okay.
Oh.
I just want to double check it is common knowledge that Neruzatar has taken over the trespasser, yes?
He has taken over the responsibilities of the trespasser.
That is what I meant by that. But presumably the trespasser is not dead. You cannot presumably kill a god. It is probably more. Gideon mentioned it. He said that she was. Her influence is no longer kind of present.
Killing a god and making a god effectively killed, yeah, similar. The trespasser only lived so long because of her use to the world. If we can somehow remove Naruzatar's influence over the Soul Gates, then perhaps we can call the trespasser back.
The Whisperleaf Collective, that's your lot, right?
She says, I have never heard of such a collective.
Huh. Well, I worship the Trespasser.
That's just strange. I thought I knew about all the trespasser worshippers. Where did you find them?
Oh, in the city, in the Undercity. They're
Did they have a temple?
yeah, pretty substantial one. Had all manner of beasts and shit. They had this like whole gauntlet thing. I can talk about it later. But yeah, they were pretty substantial. But they're gone now. We went down there to try and see if we could get their help with all this.
Was there a tree in the temple?
There might have been a. Was there a
wasn't
tree
it-
down there? I think.
Wasn't the arena a tree at the end of it?
Yeah,
With a
Is it
gate?
a white tree?
yeah.
Ah.
Oh, there might be. Yeah, there might be a white tree in there. Cool. Yeah.
Show her your spear, Calcifer.
Yeah, I got this from down there. And I'll
She
show
she
them
looks
the
it over.
lance.
She looks it over. She says, "Where did you get this?"
Well, I went down there to try and round them up to help us out with this whole siege malarkey, and they disappeared. But some stuff down there seemed to lead me down a passage, and well, it seemed like they'd left me this to help.
This is the Dawn Reaver.
The Dawn Reaver. What's that then?
This is the weapon that the trespasser used when she was immortal, or at least a flesh encapsulated immortal.
Huh.
This is her weapon.
Well, if you ever meet her, give her my thanks, because it was pretty helpful.
Why would she give this to you?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, it is clearly a blessing from the trespasser. Use it well. Use it wisely. It will come in handy, I'm sure.
Yeah, already has. Blasted the shit out of Kaidos.
She laughs. You hear all stop as the arcane engines begin to go into a stall. Just hovering over the palace. The palace is down below if you want to leave.
Cool. Would we be able to like heal up on
Yeah,
the-
like let's say you could have a 15-minute or so.
Okay. So if we
Rest.
spend some scrolls of heal to get back up to full HP, I don't know if there's going to be more fighting today, but
As far as you're aware, the immediate threats are gone. The armies are starting to scatter out of the main gates and are starting to leave, knowing that they just got pummeled by these arcane satchels.
okay, we say we use 5. That'd be 42 health to everyone.
Wait. Was that me? I didn't cast heal.
Might have just hits. Sometimes Foundry can be weird.
Yeah, I do have it open the
Yeah.
open. I must have hit a button.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're gonna dismount and go into the palace. There's like a large group of soldiers gathering there, celebrating as the skyships sort of come to a stop ahead, as the gnomes and the orcs begin to descend out of them. You see Prince Holthisius along with Silver Shadow in the main courtyard, who looks up as Larandon and the rest of you and Cadell exit. Morna remains on the ship, but Sax comes down as well, feebly climbing down a rope ladder. Sax says, "Not so bad for 150, is it?"
Cool. Yeah, not too bad.
I'm only middle-aged, you know.
You're the same age as me.
Oh, no need to boast. Unfortunately, elves age a lot better than gnomes do. We tend to get into our old age at the age of 40, and then we stay there for about 200 years.
Well, you still have a very sprightly spirit.
I heard that gnomes were basically immortal. They just die if they stop moving.
Exactly. That's what I like to say.
Is that
To
why
my-
you put those ships so you can keep moving but still like have a nap?
Exactly. He's like sort of jittering to start making something. I'm going to make so much arcane stuff with all the goodies in this place. It's a whole new land.
Yeah, well, we might have a place. We might have a place for you to be able to put some resources into that. But we can have a chat about that in a bit if you want.
Very well.
Are we at the palace?
Yes.
Okay.
Descending into the sort of darkened, lamp-lit courtyard, Prince Holthisius, along with Lord Inquisitor Caslin, who is defending the southern army, and Silver Shadow approaches. Prince Holthisius says, "Thank you all for saving the Padron. It means more than I could ever suggest."
It was nothing.
You will all be rewarded graciously for it. The Padron is currently undergoing some healing. Let's say it that way.
Yeah. How's he doing?
Not good. His vital signs were extremely low. Much of his spirit had been sapped by Darien Kaidos over the last couple of months. But he will recover fully. Silver Shadow says.
In case you have not already heard the news, Darren Kaidos is dead.
He is dead. You can vouch for that.
I did not see it myself, but my companions here, and including Cyan here, killed him himself.
Yeah, if you want to collect his ashes, they're probably flown into the lake at this point.
Then the war is truly turning. A new dawn is dawning, I suppose.
Yeah, kind of just hoping for any kind of dawn at this point.
There are still more dangers awaiting us, but Lord Inquisitor Kesslin steps forward. You fought valiantly.
Cheers. Cheers for your help.
And I must ask, which one of you is Henning Dyer?
That would be me.
In that case, Henning Dyer, you are under the arrest of your father.
Excuse me.
For the murder of your father.
I don't think you have that authority here.
Prince Holthisius says, "What are you doing, Lord Inquisitor?" The Lord Inquisitor says, "I have it on good authority that Henning Dyer is responsible for a number of heinous crimes in Orthaid, which is part of the reason why we came here."
Please, can I use my outrageous request to ask Prince Holthisius to not let this happen?
Yeah, what do you need to do for that?
It's a diplomacy check, but I think I get +1 or 2. I'll check. I'll make the check and then I'll roll the check and then I'll check all the bonuses. Oh, so that's and then shameless request +2.
Lord Inquisitor Kesselin says, Prince Orthisius, you said that we could ask for anything for our assistance. This is our request. And the prince says, there must be a trial at least. We must know at least what he's done, and what he's said to have done. The Lord Inquisitor says, we will not take him into our custody. We will allow you to be a neutral arbiter of such a request. But justice will be done.
Cascus walks up to him and says, if you want to take him, you're also going to have to take me, and I just burnt down the whole of Kaidus's camp.
Prince Orthisius steps forward and says, whoa, now. We are not going to be fighting here. We've just solidified this victory.
It is a shallow victory if you give your soul away the second the defeat is made. I did warn you of this, Prince Orthisius. These people are no good for you.
Prince Orthisius turns around to a couple of his advisors and says, no harm will be done to Henning until there is a trial.
And Henning will not be under any duress, and he will be free to leave.
He will not be free to leave this city until we have the trial.
We have done a great service to you here, and you're telling us that we now have to kowtow. No, this is not happening. I am sorry, Prince Orthisius, but for all the lives Henning Dyer has saved this day, it is worth rethinking this proposal and allowing us to leave.
Yes, considering we also fought for you, I think that you should be rethinking.
I did shed my own blood at that gate.
Prince Orthisius says, you're putting me in a really tough position here.
Well,
you're the prince.
Why don't we? You could always ask the patron.
In that case, I'll put it.
That we did rescue him.
I understand that. I can put it to a council vote because the patron is still not old enough to make his own decision.
Oh
my god! Yeah.
Oh no! Not again! No, not again!
Lord Inquisitor Kesselin says, if you do not deign to at least hear our request for a trial, then you will be considered our enemies. We will leave immediately.
So who do you want, Prince Orthisius?
Prince Orthisius says, you lot, don't leave the city. We will have a trial. We'll come to the bottom of this. I will not have them harm you. You are my wards of this city, okay? I will not have them harm you until there is some evidence presented. But the murder of one's own kin is a heinous crime, even among elves.
Just a bead of sweat going down Calcifer's forehead.
Well, why? What did you do?
The Lord Inquisitor raises an eyebrow.
2 for 1.
And then but I will point out that Prince Orthisius did, ask for the slaughtering of his own cousin.
I think he goes a bit further than that. I mean, didn't he basically sign the death warrant of every member of the Undercity?
Well, yeah, but that's not his own kin. Whereas
he's also not on trial for that.
Yeah, Darren Kaidas is Prince Orthisius' cousin or uncle or something. I can't remember.
The Lord Inquisitor Kesselin hands over a warrant, presenting your charges, saying that Henning Dyer is charged with not only the murder of his father, but the theft of his father's life works, which are of vital interest to the Tempest brand, as well as the escaping of the course of justice as well.
Nice one.
Prince Orthisis says to you, please don't leave the city. Just let's do this the right way, the proper way, yes?
Are there any like knowledgeable legal people in earshot here, like his advisors,
Like lawyers?
like people that would know whether there are extradition laws in Adana?
The Tempest Brand have never had any extradition law or anything set up with the Tempest Brand before. This is the Tempest Brand, like, just going off on a limb here, just like
Kinda just
completely
hoping.
cornering the elves.
I don't understand. They're like the world is breaking before them. That the gloom is above them. Soon to be attacked in the next 24 hours, and this guy just cares about getting custody of Henning.
Lord Inquisitor Castellan says, the book that Henning stole after he murdered his father will help us win this war.
I
wish to know where it is.
Well, I don't know where it is, so I hate to tell you.
I mean, if that's your goal, then perhaps the best course of action wasn't to immediately say, we want to arrest you, put you on trial, etc. Maybe it was to say, hey, do you have this information? Let's work together. Just a lesson in, teamwork.
That will come out in the trial.
Especially, when you've just threatened, like, oh, we'll pull out, we'll leave. To where? We're all trapped here right now.
Yeah, you are kind of stuck, so I don't know where you're planning on going.
That information will come out in the trial. This is all we
Trial
ask.
better be the trial of the millennium. I mean, all this stuff is gonna happen here.
A lot of the elves are like, you can hear the elves talking amongst themselves, like, what are these humans doing? They're crazy. Let's finish over there for today, then.
So your reputation precedes you.
Yeah, these fucking humans, these Tempest Brand soldiers. Alas, we will continue off next time. Thank you for playing.
Thanks for hosting.
Yeah, thank you very much for the game.
And we'll carry on next time. All right. So thanks for playing. I'll see you again.
All right, see you in a bit. Bye bye, Russian spammers.